The Random Jottings of Donald J. from Nelson in Pendle. The Ghost of the Nelson Library, Liberian, Market Street. The Nelson Library on Market Street had a history as rich and varied as the tales it held within its walls. It was an old building, with creaking wooden floors and towering shelves that seemed to reach up to the heavens. The librarian, Miss Eleanor Lay, was a woman of quiet demeanor, her silver hair neatly tucked into a bun, and her glasses perched on the tip of her nose. Miss Lay loved the library. It was not just a place of work for her, it was her sanctuary. Every morning, as the sun began its ascent, she would open the heavy wooden doors, welcoming the day with a sense of purpose. The library, however, held secrets that transcended the realm of the living. One chilly evening, as Miss Lay was going about her routine, the air in the library seemed to shift. The books on the shelves rustled softly, as if whispering tales only they knew. Miss Lay felt a peculiar presence, an otherworldly energy that seemed to linger in the air. As she pushed her trolley through the aisles, returning books to their rightful places, a cold breeze wrapped around her. The lights flickered, casting eerie shadows on the shelves. Miss Lay, undeterred, continued her duties at the front desk. She could sense something watching her, an unseen presence that lingered in the corners of her vision. The clock struck midnight, and the library was cloaked in silence. Suddenly, a figure materialized before Miss Lay, a ghostly apparition, dressed in an old-fashioned librarian's attire. It was the ghost of the Nelson Library's former librarian, Agatha Nelson. Agatha, with wisps of spectral hair framing her face, gazed at Miss Lay with eyes filled with longing. She was a librarian from a bygone era, still bound to the place she had devoted her life to. Agatha had a story to tell, a tale that echoed through the dusty shelves of the Nelson Library. In a hushed voice, Agatha recounted the history of the library, its evolution through time, and the countless readers who had passed through its doors. She spoke of a love for books that transcended the boundaries of life and death. Miss Lay, though initially startled, listened with a mixture of awe and sympathy. She realized that Agatha's spirit was tethered to the library, unable to move on until her story was heard. As dawn approached, Agatha's form began to fade, but her words lingered in the air. From that night forward, Miss Lay and the ghost of Agatha Nelson formed an unlikely alliance. Together, they continued the library's legacy, with the living and the spectral working side by side to preserve the magic of the written word. The Nelson Library became a haven for both the living and the departed, a place where stories, both earthly and ethereal, coexisted in harmony. And as Miss Lay continued to stamp books in and out, she knew that she was not alone. The ghost of the Nelson Library's librarian walked beside her, forever bound to the tales that echoed through the shelves of the hallowed institution on Market Street. By Donald J.